Welcome to a very special Your Mac Life. It is the last Your Mac Life. I know that's going to come as a surprise to many of you, but I'll explain. First of all, I want to say thanks to the nice folks at Infinicore who gave us a couple of those great Pandora power banks to give away, and I've already drawn the names of the winners. Thomas Reiser is going to win his choice of either the white one or the black one, and Jeff Schaefer will get his choice of the other one. So if Thomas picks the white one, Jeff gets the black one, and or vice versa. I did the very first Apple Focus podcast on March 19th, 1994. Tonight's show, approximately the 1265th show, will be the last. I've been doing a Wednesday evening show for more than 26 years. That's a long time to be doing anything. I've had the privilege to interview many interesting people, both in and outside of Apple, given away tens of thousands of dollars in prizes, had the ability to travel all over the world and meet many, many great listeners. I've been able to have a voice in one of the most interesting communities, companies, and industries in the world. I've been on the bleeding edge of lots of technologies, from streaming to the development of the web to the rise of podcasting to internet video and much, much more. But except for the golden years in the late 90s, I haven't made much money. Your Mac Life isn't a side hustle. It hasn't been for more than 20 years. It's been my full-time job. In the beginning, I was just happy to be playing around and using the technology of streaming and learning about broadcasting. But after a few years, it became clear this podcasting stuff could take off. I had dreams of fame, if not actual fortune. At the peak, Your Mac Life and other shows under my name had 150,000 listeners each month. I was able to meet Steve Jobs and most of the Apple executive team. I did interviews with Steve Wozniak, Herbie Hancock, Sinbad, and many others. I even struck up an email friendship with the late, great Robin Williams. At one point, Audible.com was selling only 2 podcasts on their site, Your Mac Life and Ricky Gervais' show. We were in rarefied company. Because of our success, Apple was a friend. We got products for review and product managers to interview. We broadcast live from Macworld Expos, the very first show ever to do that. We had the biggest parties of the Macworld Expo. Apple gave us insider information about things like QuickTime. They gave us a QuickTime server so we could be the first show to ever broadcast live streaming via QuickTime. Apple paid us $125,000 to do interviews on their stage at the Apple Expo in Paris. We were over the moon, the 8 of us. It was the largest check I had ever seen. And then 9/11 happened, and it all went to shit. We sent the check back. I almost cried. And frankly, things were never the same again. You know that cliche of do what you love or follow your passion? Well, I've done exactly that for 26 years, and I'm here to tell you, if what you love or have passion for doesn't make you money, you can't do it for a living. My passion has been for broadcasting. I love talking to the audience every week. I love learning about cool new hardware or software and talking to creators about their passions. But I have zero skill in business development, marketing, PR, advertising, the parts that bring in the money. So regardless of how good I am at doing whatever it is that I'm doing, it doesn't matter if I can't support myself or my family doing it. Of course, the majority of this is completely my fault. I spent far too much time being right and pissing off the vast majority of my brethren in the Mac media community. Frankly, I burned a lot of bridges. I also trusted a lot of those same people, and I shouldn't have. But without capital, without infrastructure, without support from sponsors and advertisers, we quickly fell behind whatever competition we had. The move to Nashville helped. The marriage there didn't. The writing has been on the wall for many years, but I managed to continue to eke out an existence through PayPal donations. But frankly, it's not enough. We have between 10 and 15,000 listens per month. But at a PayPal donation rate of less than 1%, it's not sustainable and hasn't been for a long time. I sold what I could, including some beloved camera gear. I even gave up my motorcycle because I couldn't keep up the payments. As an aside, if you like something, pay for it. There are plenty of podcasters, developers, writers, and the like trying to make it work. The $2 they ask you for each month won't make a difference to you, but When enough of you do it, it makes a huge difference to them. Pay for the stuff you like, or the stuff you like won't be around for long. That's what's happening here. The bottom line is, after 26 years, it's time to turn off the lights. I've already found a real job out in the real world. I'll hate going to it and not being able to do Your Mac Life every Wednesday evening, but it's a decision that needs to be made for the sake of my family and my marriage. I want to say a huge thank you to Sly, who supported and encouraged me in the early years, my very first co-host, Adam Clark, Ed Prasick, who gave us our very first serious sponsorship, everyone at Apple, Mark, who taught me how to be a broadcaster, Paul Kent, who gave us the opportunity to broadcast at a Macworld Expo, the late Stan Flack, who gave me a shot at Mac Central, Jim Dalrymple of The Loop, and every single person who ever took the time to listen to me on a Wednesday evening. I reserve my greatest thanks to my amazing wife, Melissa. She has supported me through all of this and only ever wants what's best for me. I love you, Melissa. To all the Your Mac Life listeners, past and present, thank you. I wish you all well, and I hope you stay in touch. As always, I'm Sean King, and this has been Your Mac Life. Goodbye.